Name Confused by Enchanted Nightingale. Chapter 92. Game Over. John left the pool and stepped outside to the sight of a dozen police cars and 3 ambulances, as well as a coroner's van that was probably there to collect Sebastian Moran's corpse. Not that the officers knew that just yet. Or maybe they did. John could see Mycroft or Timothy telling them just why they would need it and how many body bags to bring, even. The doctor spotted Sherlock at Greg Lestrade's side, near the second ambulance. One of those hideous orange blankets was dropped around his shoulders the minute he was next to them.
"Job,"
Greg said his name and clasped a hand on his shoulder.
"How are you?"
"Stood in one piece," the doctor replied, patting his torso down as if to confirm that there was no longer a bomb strapped to him.
"A rather obvious conclusion, really,"
Sherlock continued.
"Sherlock,"
Lestrade exclaimed, obviously appalled at the callousness the genius displayed, but all John did was roll his eyes. He did not take offense, since he had been inside, had seen firsthand just how worried Sherlock had been for him, and how he had turned up to take him back, even at a danger to his own life. "No, let him. I'd be more worried if he was not acting like his normal charming self," Watson said, making the detective snort.
"You were quite fast to get here," Sherlock remarked. "I know you had been looking for us."
"It was your brother's man," Lestrade said. "He called us and told me where to find you two, after he finished lecturing me for the 2 patrol cars which passed by this place and thought it abandoned."
"Yes, he is talented like that,"
Sherlock muttered. "I remember the last time you were kidnapped, you know," Greg told the genius detective. "We were lucky the body count this time around wasn't as high." John looked startled. "Body count? Did you prosecute him?" Greg offered him a disbelieving look.
"Way above my paycheck, John. I would never be able to form a case against Mycroft's Holmes people, and especially this one.
Nor would I want to, not when he keeps an eye on this fellow here." He pointed at Sherlock, making the man try and look even more disinterested.
"I'm not some errant child. You bet you aren't one, but you sure act like it,"
John told his roommate. "I'm sure all kinds of help are welcome," he told Lestrade. Sherlock, though, was not in the mood to hear them converse.
"Do we have to give statements? I would much prefer to be at Baker Street." "Yes, John, you had better see the EMTs first," Lestrade told the doctor. "I'll have a police car take both of you home."
"No need, we can take a cab," John refused.
"Or a limo,"
Sherlock drawled. "But," John started saying, but the consulting detective nodded his head towards the direction of a black car that was parked just outside the police tape. He watched as that woman who worked for Mycroft and had introduced herself as Anthea stepped out of the car and leaned against it.
"Mycroft."
Sherlock spat the word out like it was a curse, but it lacked the usual bite. "You just had an assassin aiming a rifle at you. He's allowed to feel concern," John told him. "Why don't you go and wait by Anthea's side while I get prodded and questioned and pretend to like it?"
"She's boring," the genius replied.
"Down with it!" John countered, sounding stern. With that, he headed to the paramedics. Lestrade was about to say something to Sherlock when the stretcher came out, the one with the body bag containing Sebastian Moran's body.
"Well," the DI muttered, "I'm glad that man is effective."
"Yes, if you check Interpol's records, you will find him and the others on that database," Sherlock told him.
"I'll do that. You go and get some rest," Lestrade told him. "You and John need it, Sherlock. And do try to keep out of trouble for a while."
The genius scoffed. "That's boring."
"Boring will be nice for a bit. It won't last, unfortunately," the detective told him.
Sherlock did not reply to that comment.